Hi there, I'm Sigi. Welcome to another exciting review here on Go For A Run. Today I'm going to give my first impression and will run a marathon as first one with the Nike Alphafly 3. But okay, this shoe doesn't need any introduction, right? It's one of the most hyped up shoes from the last few months. If you remember the first colorway, which was a limited release by the way, back in January, they sold in a matter of seconds. So I needed to wait until the big release and find a suitable time to use them. And here we are, finally picked a race where I can do my first run in them. Call me crazy, yes I am, but I'm going to immediately run a marathon in them. Just a short warm-up before the marathon and then they will guide me for 42 kilometers. Let's hope this goes well. But let us first dive into some basic specifications. The stack height is 40mm in the heel and 32mm in the forefoot, resulting in an 8mm drop. They weigh 246 grams in my size 46, which means they are definitely not the lightest elite racing shoe around, especially if you would compare them to the ASICS Metaspeed Edge Paris, which weigh 212 grams. The midsole foam is the famous ZoomX, which is Pebax, a very durable midsole foam that gives an amazing energy return in combination with then the carbon plate. The carbon plate in this version is also a bit wider by the way, probably to further improve that energy return. You can clearly see that this shoe is designed to run on your mid and forefoot due to the outsole rubber and its design. The grip will mainly be at the front and looks promising, I must say. We also have the two air zoom pods, which are clearly visible and are placed a bit special to be honest. All the way around them it's open. Curious to see how that will feel on feet and if on occasions things can get stuck underneath. The upper is highly breathable. It's a thin single layer with ventilation holes throughout. There is no real stretch and they are only available in one width, so if you have wider feet you'll probably have an issue with these. At the front there is a protective layer inside at the toes which feels soft and will hopefully give some extra durability for the upper. Let's hope so, because for a price of 310 euros I hope they can last a bit, lol. Furthermore, the heel area is a little bit reinforced at the bottom. Halfway up this becomes flexible. What I do like is that the heel area itself comes up a bit higher to protect the Achilles a bit more. Including the padding inside does give a bit of extra confidence that I'm not going to have any issues with that heel. The tongue, well, we really can't call that a tongue. It's completely attached to the upper, but it has a little bit of padding from the middle up towards the top. Not much, but hopefully sufficient. It also has got a nice stretch to it. The laces are as expected, short and without any stretch. They also got the same classic design to them as common on race shoes. Oh yeah, the insoles cannot be removed as they are completely glued in. Basically, it's not a shoe suitable for everyone, that we can all agree on. I'm probably also not the best person to run in these, but I like to see what an amateur like myself can achieve in top-notch shoes as this. And I will share it with all of you. Nice, right? Lol. But okay, that's it for the first impressions. Now I've got a 3-hour car drive up ahead of me to go to my marathon. See you in Luxembourg! Here I am again, yep indeed. Normally I always close this off after my initial run, but after the race I wasn't in a mental state, I was just completely depleted. Let's just close this off properly. Let's start off with the likes. The likes, my god, what a shoe, it propels you forward. Really, the Zoom X is really doing its job, that's for sure. And also the upper feels good. Ventilation, really top. And then also I had a bit of an issue with, in the beginning, I had a small heel slip during my warm-up. But in the end, it just seemed that it was because of I needed to tie my laces a bit more tight. Once I did that, the heel slip was gone. Because you also need to take into account, you cannot do the one snot on these. You don't have an extra hole to put the laces through. No possibility at all. But I didn't need it anyway. Even after running so long in them, just under 4 hours I completed my marathon. Yeah, I know. The padding at the heel is sufficient. I was a bit worried in the beginning, but it is really sufficient. The Achilles, well protected. I didn't had any negative feeling at that heel area at the Achilles. It was just perfect. Let's talk now about the dislikes. It's a loud shoe. Okay, I do need to admit, it's a loud shoe if you don't run fast enough. If you don't run fast enough, then it really makes a lot of noise. I noticed it because at a certain point, a guy was just looking behind him and was looking at my shoes, and I was like, oh yeah, it's making a lot of noise apparently. And indeed, I turned off my music and I listened a little bit to the shoe, and it's noisy. It's probably because the air units here and then the air that can get between it. I don't know exactly what it is. When my ground contact feeling is much faster, then you don't hear it a lot anymore. But when you go a little bit slower than 6 minutes per kilometer, for example, yeah, really slow, yeah, they are not suited for that. But hey, still, they were stable even if I ran at such a pace. Basically, for the dislikes, that's it. It was just a bit loud. For the rest, haven't found anything yet. I will test them out further, that's for sure. The full review will come your way once these babies reach 100 kilometers. And if you liked the video, do not forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and if you don't want to miss the upcoming full review of the Nike Alphafly 3, then also click that notification bell, then you will be alerted once the video is online. If you have any comments, if you have any questions, drop them down below or look me up on Instagram where I also post daily content, humor, idiocracy. Hey, if you know me, then you know me, then you know what you expect. And I thank you all for watching and I see you in the next one.